In sports writing circles, he's a legend. Sam Smith, longtime Bulls beat writer for the Chicago Tribune, now for Bulls.com. Later this year at the Hall of Fame in Springfield, he will be honored with the Curt Gowdy Award for print journalism, and he joins us from the United Center as we get set for the Hornets and the Bulls. Sam, thanks a lot for taking some time, and congratulations. This is long, long, long overdue.
Well, I don't know about that, but thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Apparently the Hall of Fame had a shortage of short guys who can't dribble or jump. So I did qualify on that level.
Stop it.
I'm proud of that.
Well, you ought to be. Hey, looking at this game tonight, we reported earlier what we were hearing from Tom Thibodeau, that Rip Hamilton was going to warm up, and if everything went according to plan, he was going to play tonight. Can you update us on that? Do you expect to see him tonight?
Oh, yeah, he's going to play. Tom always says that. Tom thinks he's Bill Belichick. And if he tells somebody something that the other team might not have prepared otherwise for Richard Hamilton. I kind of feel that Monty Williams was preparing for him on some level. So my guess is probably play about 20 minutes. You know, he has only played 10 or 11 games this season, and he's really the key guy for the second half for the Bulls because he's the major offseason acquisition. Two guard that, Dwayne Wade does not like playing against. And so this is a big time for him to see, because they've had to pull him out twice with thigh injuries and groin injuries, and he really needs to sustain this time. So I suspect they'll work him in maybe 20 minutes tonight.
Sam, when you talk about Richard Hamilton, everybody looked at that two-guard spot and said they needed to upgrade, and obviously he's only played 11 games. If he's not healthy throughout this season before the trade deadline, do you think the Bulls will make another move to try to upgrade that position or somebody else that can help Derrick Rose beating guys off the dribble get into the paint?
I think they'll try, and I think that's why it's so crucial right now because they really need Rip if they're going to have a chance to, whatever the case is, Knicks, Philadelphia, but certainly Miami. And he's a key piece to play those guys. If he has to go out with the injury again, I think then they're going to be faced with the question of, do we move on? But that said, up between now and March 15th, given what you have, your bench, and what you have to give up, they'll try to make a move at that point, but I think it's going to be tough to do it.
And, Sam, you just made the point about it being tough to do. Do you really think there would be enough time at that point to make a substantial move and integrate it into how they want to do things in terms of the Bulls' style defensively and offensively? That seems like that'd be pushing the envelope a bit if you're thinking that you're going to be able to make that kind of a move.
It would, and I agree with you. I think it would be too hard to do. There's been names that have been tossed around here for the last year, really. O.J. Mayo, Courtney Lee, Marcus Thornton, guys they've talked about. Potentially, could you get them? How are you going to work them in? But I think all those kinds of guys are going to be hard to get. I think you've got to give up part of your strength, being a Gibson or an Ashik, to get someone like that. So I think part of it is they're not going to want to mess up what they've got, and I don't think you're going to be able to add guys like that and then be able to work them in. So I think, I know they're waiting to see, but my view is they really need Hamilton, and if he can't sustain, they're going to have real problems.
Getting away from the Bulls specifically for a second, Sam, with the trade deadline a couple of weeks away, I mean, do you see anything happening that is going to alter the landscape in terms of you talk about the teams that you think have a shot at a championship. Do you foresee some kind of a deal that absolutely puts a team over the top that really alters the landscape?
Well, probably not that kind of thing. What you heard more in Orlando and talking to GI executives around is a lot of teams are looking to make money deals, unsure about the collective bargaining agreement, what impact it'll have with the luxury tax coming up. So that said, it'll be a question of what gets done. Obviously, Dwight Howard, he could have potential impact, but not if he goes to New Jersey. Certainly not. Dallas really doesn't have the thing to get him. The one possibility, and I don't think it's a possibility, say Chicago made a deal for Dwight Howard. That's been sort of speculated more. I don't think it's a reality at all because Dwight doesn't want to come here. I have heard Golden State is in the midst of doing something. I don't know what it is. My guess would be Monta Ellis. But those kind of deals is really for teams to try to make the playoffs. Houston's been mentioned a lot, and those kind of teams maybe to get in and maybe go 2 rounds. But the elite teams, Chicago, Miami or Oklahoma City and Chicago, and I think there's a drop-off really after those 3.
Yep. Hey, Sam, thank you so much for taking the time pregame tonight. And again, congratulations on the Gowdy Award. And that night in Springfield, obviously, we're going to be special for you, and we're really, really happy for you.
I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.